Hi, George Moore for Civic Center TV. We're here on a beautiful afternoon for a groundbreaking ceremony for a project that's going to be magnificent for the community of Keego Harbor. Magnolia by the Lakes, a senior assisted living community and resort to be built here on this property. We're going to bring you the sights and sounds of the ceremony, talk to officials who put it all together, and we'll show you how that all came about and tell you about it as well. So join us.
Please. We are starting the program with salutation and blessing by Father Pierre Kanja, Associate Pastor of Mother of God Chaldean Cathedral. Father Pierre.
Good afternoon. I want to thank Doctor for welcoming Chaldean Church and myself, Father Pierre, is a representative for the Chaldean Catholic Church here in the Detroit area. As many of you know, there's many Chaldeans in the West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor area, even on Cass Lake. I spent many Sundays in my youth on Cass Lake myself. So as I saw that they were building a senior living home in the area, I was ecstatic to see maybe our community can get involved with it too, as well. And as many of you know, the Catholic Church is very involved with human dignity and human rights. And it's so important as a community, as a culture, that we take care of those individuals in our lives who may be entering final stages, final chapters of their lives in retirement, whatnot. That they're not burdens on society, that they're not, that they have no purpose, that they have a great purpose in our society, great purpose in our community. And we give them that dignity and that right by building facilities such as this. So we turn now in prayer to bless these grounds and bless the project. Dear Lord, as we gather together, I ask you to bless this ground, bless this project as it goes underway. Bless all those gathered here, all those who will work with it, that they may always show dignity to human life and dignity to the community and growth in the community through all its members, from the young all the way through the old. Amen. Father, Son, Spirit. Amen. Doctor.
Thank you so much. We have a very small present for you. Okay. Well, let's get the present. I guess my two assistants are doing exactly what I thought. Okay. Father, we'll give it to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Before I start to introduce Magnolia by the Lakes, I would like to introduce my family to you. My sons, Stefan and Alex. My daughter-in-laws, Kelly and Colleen. My grandchildren, James, Ava, Jack, Lucas, Josephine, Sadie, and Julia. Honorable guests, friends and family, join me take a journey into the future. Imagine a small village in Europe. Imagine a seaside, 5-story high, 137 villas and studios, one of which you call home. Imagine you wake up in the morning and you see the beautiful sunrise over the Sylvan Lake, while the white swans graze the white and calm water of Sylvan Lake. Imagine watching the sunset over the majestic Cass Lake, where the small sailboats dot the deep blue water of the largest and deepest lake in Oakland County. You walk into the grand foyer of the resort, and I was told I'm supposed to use this. And at first, you see the beautiful furnishing in the colors of a European seashore resort, hues of blues and greens, and you see a high fireplace on one side and a soaring saltwater aquarium on the other side. You enter and you see meticulously dressed staff greeting you by your names and assisting you in getting your bags and helping you and tending to you. You see a soaring staircase and you wonder where it takes you. So you walk up the staircase and you see a beautiful stained glass chapel, a library, a well-equipped exercise room, a billiard room, a conference room with all the amenities, a private dining hall, and a beautiful crafts room. You dine in a formal dining room under the chandelier, being served by friendly staff, courteous and pleasant, serving you meals prepared by the top chefs. Or you may decide to walk on the terrace overlooking Cass Lake and having a glass of wine and sitting informally chatting with your friends. You see a sign that says Harbor Walk. You're curious where it would take you. There is an arch, and all of a sudden, you enter into a narrow street in Europe. The cobblestone on the floor, the beautiful ceiling lit, an intricate design, glittering lights and street lights, small benches, wrought iron benches here and there, and views of Cass Lake. You wonder where it will take you, so you keep on walking. Imagine a two-story building with 20 studios, beautifully decorated and finished in lively colors of the sky and the earth, where nurses, capable, compassionate, and expert, attend to all your medical, health, and physical needs. You see a hallway, you go down the hall, and you see your doctor's office, the physical therapy, a pain management van standing by the door, a spa, a therapeutic pool to soothe your aching joints, a skin clinic, and maybe you just want to go get your hair done, get your nails done, and go to the barber shop. You see an elevator and you wonder where it goes. So you push the button and you get in on the elevator. You go to the second floor, you open the door. The first thing you see is a small village square. The smell of the French roasted coffee is heavenly. The piano player is playing your favorite tunes. You look around, there is a beautiful fountain in the center with water trickling down the bronze statue. The cobblestone all around, a small bistro tables and chairs here and there, and you look around and you see a number of shops with colorful striped awnings. You wonder what they are. You go to the first shop. It's a bistro. Should you have a sandwich? Or maybe you should go next door to the Irish pub and have a glass of wine or a mug of Guinness. Or better yet, you may want to go to the French patisserie and look at the delicious pastries that they have and pick a cup of coffee and a Napoleon. You decide you might want to go next door to the Italian creamery and have a gelato. Should you eat it inside or go on the rooftop terrace? Should you have peach or pistachio? Decisions, decisions. You might decide you just want to watch your grandchildren happily play in the activity center. Or you may decide you want to play a mean game of chess with your friend, or just sit and read the daily newspaper, or better yet, go and sit by the window, gaze at Cass Lake, and think to yourself, I am home, and whisper, life is good. This is Magnolia by the Lakes. Thank you. It is my honor and privilege to introduce to you our keynote speaker, the Honorable L. Brooks Patterson, the Oakland County Executive, and someone who has helped us in every step of the way on this project, and without whom we could not have today as a celebration.
Thank you very much, Doctor. After listening to you describe Magnolia by the Lakes, I'm going to go home tonight and burn down my condo. It sounds great. It really does. I've been reading the brochure, and first of all, let me explain why I didn't step up at the mic. You got to put brakes on or you end up in the middle of Keego Harbor. I thought I was getting along in my therapy pretty well, but an accident that was 13 months ago, so it's a long time to be riding around in this wheelchair. And so I was at going to an event, and it was a fundraiser for Mark Hackle, and Mark's a Democratic exec in Macomb, and I'm going over to show some regional support and all that kind of stuff. And we got there about 7:30. And I got out of the car and waiting for my driver to bring the wheelchair around. And for some reason, I let go of the car door that I was holding on to. And it was only a second or two before I realized the error of my ways. I was falling backwards. And I reached for the door. It was already beyond reach. And I knew I was going to fall back. And I'm looking over my right shoulder, and all I see is blacktop. I actually went through this thought process. I said, this is not going to have a happy ending. And when I hit the ground, I got a couple of bruises, smacked my head. But the big injury was it broke my elbow. So now I'm in a cast for 8 weeks. I kept thinking, what can get worse, than what my injury and now this accident. That weekend I was home, and I have nursing care around the clock until I get out of this chair. And my nurse ran over my glasses and shattered them. I'm thinking, hell, I'm just going to get in a bubble, stay there for 6 months, and then go back to work. Anyways, I'm delighted to be here. So if you pardon me if I don't stand, because I'm a little hinky about that opportunity. I already got one elbow left. So I'm going to do my remarks from the chair here, and it's a little awkward. All right. Yeah, would you please? Yeah, thanks. Again, a pleasure to be with all of you folks, and certainly with my friend Dr. Bagney, who over the years we've known each other, and she's just really a Wonder Woman. Things she gets involved in and things that she can accomplish. Her track record, I don't have all of it here, but it's very, very admirable, the things she has done in her life, and now this is yet another chapter, and it's going to be an exciting one. So This $48 million investment in Oakland County will enhance the quality of life for this region through better care and better living options for seniors who need this kind of assisted living, and will be a significant boost, I'm sure, to Keego Harbor and to the economy here with all the people coming in. Within a generation, statistics show that baby boomers will continue to retire. They're starting right now, and they're aging themselves out of the workforce, and therefore the senior population in Oakland County, which this village will address, the senior population just in Oakland County will double. So that means 1 in 4 residents will be a senior citizen by the year 2030. And that's not that far away. So we'll have a huge, they call that the silver tsunami. And that's just a jump in population that you can't ignore. My administration is delighted in working with visionaries like Dr. Bagney to ensure that our seniors will have the best quality of life available anywhere, the kind that they will certainly experience here and enjoy here at Magnolia. Magnolia also plans to, as you heard from the doctor, they're going to build villas where the residents can watch the sunrise and sunsets on two of our best lakes in Oakland County. There will be all kinds of amenities. You heard her mention those as well: dining room, billiards room, activity, conference room, a rooftop garden, and on it goes. I don't think they left anything out. They also enjoy a bistro, French bakery, Italian gelato, and an Irish pub, which I don't think you got enough room. You said it was just a small room to the left. You're going to have to widen that. The quality of life for seniors like Magnolia, just from the sound of it, will be, I think, best of surroundings available. But Magnolia by the Lakes will not exist in isolation. It is surrounded by many offerings in Oakland County. As residents of Magnolia by the Lakes, they venture out into the county, they will find the world's best medical care. We'll start with that. The quality of life that is second to none. Our medical Main Street, when we did a study of the growing sectors in Oakland County's economy, and the fastest growing sector in Oakland County, of course, is healthcare. And by that, we do anybody associated with healthcare, whether it's making devices, doing pharmaceutical research, anybody involved in healthcare at any level, we count that as the healthcare sector. And we hired a firm out of Lansing to come down and evaluate and quantify how big is that sector. And we employ about 600,000 people in this county. 1 in 5 is involved in healthcare. So it's a huge sector, and we pride ourselves on that because we do have quality. We get patients from all 50 states coming to Ford and Beaumont and Providence, and we also get them from foreign countries. So our reputation for providing quality health care is already established, and so we started Medical Main Street to enhance that reputation and build on it, because we think we can take. And I asked the doctors, I went around to every one of these major hospitals, and I said to the CEOs, am I dreaming, or do we have the ability to go head to head with Mayo Clinic and the Cleveland Clinic here in Oakland County? Every one of them said yes, but we're fractured, we're splintered. We got to get ourselves all working in the same way. So I think I got an idea. We'll call it Medical Main Street. You serve on the board, and we'll see if we can't build this reputation for quality health care. Some of the examples that the seniors now have in this county when it comes to health care: Henry Ford of West Bloomfield, which is an incredible hospital. I was just there a couple days ago. My sister was there. I don't even begin to tell you, but you walk in, it's not a hospital corridor. It's called Main Street. And they got shops. You can shop and you can work out, get your hair done. And so the West Bloomfield Hospital, Ford, is now in another expansion. They will include medical laboratories, education research centers, specialty hospitals on the campus, which will facilitate limited inpatient and outpatient care, among others. The new patient tower at St. Joe on Woodward, if you haven't seen it, it's gorgeous. That'll be open in 2014. Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak plans a $140 million expansion that will include a new ER. And there's also the new, we're very proud of this, the new Oakland University William Beaumont School of Medicine, which will graduate its first class of doctors in just 2 years. And it's very competitive. I know the school very well. I used to be on the board over there as an appointed trustee. And they get applications for their classes every year. About 4,500 kids will apply for 75 seats or 125 seats, depending on the year. And very competitive. And they're getting kids with 4.0 or 3.999. And you all heard about the brain drain. All our smartest, or best and brightest are leaving Oakland County, leaving Michigan. This medical school is reversing that brain drain. We're bringing in the best from around the country. And the surveys that we have seen say that 80% of these doctors who graduate, 80% will live within 100 miles of OU. They're going to meet their spouse, family, and so forth. And so they'll take up roots here. And we have a physician shortage in Michigan. About 4,000 doctors will be, leaving. Big story in the paper yesterday about New Jersey doctors are disappearing. Nobody knows what Obamacare is going to do to the medical profession, whether they're going to stay in or stay out, we don't know. But we're going to be already a shortage of about 4,000 just in Michigan, and I think something like 20-some thousand around the country. So this medical school came at exactly the right point. So it really is a boon for health care in Oakland County, and our seniors, again, I'll stress that, will have the finest medical care around. We have after my son was killed, unfortunately, in a terrible accident back in '07, he was on a snowmobile and he was pulling away from shore. He was on the ice, and 3 kids came racing this way, and they were going about 100, the police estimate. They T-boned him, and my boy didn't have a chance. On February 7th of '07, I had announced that I was going to start a half marathon in Oakland County, similar to what they have up in Flint, up there in Genesee County. It's called up there, it's the Crim Foundation. So that was on the 7th, and my son was named Brooks. Brooksy, beautiful kid. He'd say, "Dad, I'm going to run in that." I said, "Good, I want you to." Well, he was killed on the 10th, and I hadn't even finished forming the committee. So when the committee came together, I got some really good people. Half of them are marathoners. It turned out not to be an excellent committee because we got 2 national figures now who've joined us. I knew nothing about racing. I thought you got 3,000 of your closest friends, you put them in the field, and you fired a gun, everybody ran like hell. What did I know? And it's very much more complicated than that. You have timers coming, you have the course marked out, you had how many barrels we put up to control traffic. Anyway, one of the good things from the Brooksy Way, the Brooksy Way, I'll tell you how that came. My son-in-law gave the eulogy, the church was packed, and he got up and he said, if you're going to go skiing, go for the deep powder snow. If you're going to go kayaking, go for the rapids. If you're going to climb, go for the sheer wall. He said, live it the Brooksy Way. So the name of the race is the Brooksy Way. We have our 6th one this weekend. We got Saturday and Sunday. We got races on Saturday for kids, and then the full races on Sunday. And we're up to 7,000 this year, so the numbers are growing. It's really an exciting thing to watch. Keeps his name alive, of course. But we make money. We have sponsorships, corporate sponsorships. We also have people pay a fee to get in the race. We probably put aside $50,000 into a trust called the Brooksy Way Mini Grant, MINI Mini Grant. And any organization that promotes the health and well-being of its membership or the community can apply to us now for a mini grant up to $2,000, and we'll help fund their costs as they start up these programs, all about improving the health across Oakland County. And so far, we've given out about $120,000. Seniors are not left out of our largesse. The Brooksy Way Mini Grant funded the Farmington Hills Senior Adult Division called Getting Strong Now, and we did some grants for a couple other senior programs, dance club for seniors and so forth. Get just activity. Okay? It's so important to their health. And then judging from the plethora of activities that will be going on here in Magnolia by the lakes, I have no doubt that we'll be seeing a mini grant application from Magnolia. And you got friends in high places, Doctor, so I'm sure we'll be able to help you out. We look forward to adding Magnolia by the lakes in our stump speeches about the quality of our health care, the quality of the senior experience. This is a welcome addition to Keego, welcome addition to Oakland County. I congratulate you, Doctor, and Mayor. I understand from the day she walked in the door to the day you broke ground, there's something like 38 days. Not many communities can respond that quickly to a business opportunity. So congratulations to you, Mayor. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much.
I think this is yours, Father.
No. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce to you the greatest mayor this country has, the Honorable Sidney Rubin, the mayor of the great city of Keego Harbor.
Well, if L. Brooks Patterson can have support I'd like to invite the entire City Council members. Please join me. You notice Dr. Bagney said the greatest mayor. Well, I don't know about the greatest mayor, but I have a great council to work with, and we all take credit for what happens in Keego Harbor. Good afternoon. What a beautiful day this is. This is a big day for Keego Harbor, a dream that will have immeasurable positive effect on our city forever. My name is Sid Rubin. I'm the mayor of Keego Harbor, and on behalf of all the elected officials and our administrative team, I'm delighted to welcome all of you to this historic groundbreaking ceremony and to Keego Harbor. I'd like to thank Mr. Patterson for ingratiating us with his presence here today. Mr. Patterson, your staff at Oakland County has helped this city immensely over the past several years. We have accomplished so much with the help of people on your team, and for that, we're all grateful to Oakland County. For those of you who don't know much about Keego Harbor, I would like to tell you a little bit about it. And before I do, I would like to ask the president is 6 minutes late. I'd like to have each one of my council members talk to you or talk to Dr. Bagney. And with that, I'll start off with our Mayor Pro Tem, Joel Yoder.
Thank you. I'm really not prepared for this because I didn't know I was going to be speaking this afternoon, but I would like to say thank you to Dr. Bagney and her son for bringing this development to Keego Harbor. It's quite a privilege because Dr. Bagney could have chosen anywhere in Oakland County to bring this facility, and we're delighted that she's coming here. I don't know whether it's fortunate or unfortunate, but I was in New York on business all week, so I didn't have the opportunity to attend all these long, grueling meetings that took place between the balance of the City Council and Dr. Bagney and Stefan Bagney. And I would like to say thank you to them for putting this together in relatively short order. It's certainly going to bring some new life to Keego Harbor and spur development, and we're delighted that she is here. Thank you.
Councilmember Rob Kalman.
As I said at our council meeting about a week ago, this isn't a good project, it's a great project. And we're very happy to have it here. And we should thank all the staff that work so hard. It's not just the council that's standing up here. And our city engineer, city planner, city attorney, everybody put in a lot of time and effort. Our manager Linda standing back there. So thank you all for coming. I'm looking forward to seeing a wonderful project growing over the next few months in Keego.
Thank you, Rob. And now John Newberry, City Council Representative.
Thank you very much, Sid. I'd like to thank Ms. Bagley for bringing this project to our city. It's a very exciting project that's going to open many doors moving forward for the city of Keego. It's here to let the rest of the state know that Keego's open for business. And it's a real opportunity for us to continue improving Keego as we all feel it should be. I'd like to thank everybody that was involved for the long hours and time that was put involved in bringing this to. I'd like to keep it short. We all know how Sid is, and I'm sure he's on a real short time frame. So thank you very much.
see what I have to put up with. And John Fletcher, Councilman.
Thank you. This is a culmination of a lot of hard work by a lot of people, but it all started with a vision from Dr. Bagney. Like it was said, she could have chose anywhere, but she chose Keego Harbor, overlooking two beautiful lakes. When I first saw this, what impressed me most is I see a lot of assisted living facilities being built, but this is an independent living facility. And it's a lot different, and it's a step aside from the assisted living places, and I want to thank Dr. Bagney for bringing this to our community. I believe it'll be a catalyst. Everybody's hard work. The Planning Commission, Vital Stuckey, brought this to the vision to paper and brought it to us, and everybody did a good job, and I want to thank everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And you know, there's some very special ladies in the audience, and they're the ladies that allow all of us to do what we have to do, and I'd like to just briefly introduce them. Jennifer and Jennifer, there's two Jennifers. Just raise your hand. Jennifer, and my wife, Marilyn. Thank you all. And Chris, where are you? There you are. Chris, wave your hand. Let me tell you, these are the ladies that allow us to do our thing here in Keego Harbor. Linda Vole is our go-to person in our administrative staff. She's in charge of everything, and she does a great job. So there are other people. There are other people in the audience that we're certainly appreciative to, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention just a few of the people's names. And the West Bloomfield Fire Department is represented here. And Byron, you're somewhere around here. There you are, Byron. Thank you very much. I don't know if Jay's with you, or I know that they had some other important business to take care of, and we appreciate you being here. Judge Patrick O'Brien is here. The Deputy County Executive, Matt Gibbs. Director Irene Spanos is here, right there. Thank you very much. And I know I'm going to leave a lot of people out, and if I do, just forgive me and attribute it to my age. Nicole Thompson, there she is, right over there. And Deputy Director Dan Hunter. Dan, I saw you earlier. There you are, right there. And Julie Oldham, she's with the Small Business Technology Development Center. So you can see that I really rely a lot upon people from the Oakland County, and they've certainly helped us get to where we are. There's a couple others. Well, I think I mentioned those people from the county. There's a couple of other elected officials in the audience. I noticed that Margaret Birch was here from Waterford. Margaret, you're over there sunbathing in sunny Keego Harbor, the treasurer of Waterford. Are there any other elected officials that I may have missed somewhere on this? Well, I think I got them. I think I did well on that. So anyway, I asked Dr. Bagney how long I had to speak. She said an hour and 20 minutes. Not quite. There's other people that are very important to our city that really made this project happen in, as Mr. Patterson said, record days, 48 days to be exact. And they're planning board members, Gino Santia, he's the chairperson of our planning board. Karen Meebrod is there. Stuart Rose, Jim Barrett, and Tom Berman, all members of our planning board as well as our mayor pro tem. They too pitched in, and we showed that it can be done, and we addressed all of the concerns, and we addressed them smartly, and we were able to get it accomplished. I'm especially appreciative to Dr. Bagney for allowing me to say a few words about this wonderful dream of hers. This is really a landmark occasion for our community. We are about to celebrate the visible beginning of a new journey for Keego Harbor. We're celebrating today among friends who shared Dr. Bagney's vision. Now, there are things that you probably know about Dr. Bagney, and there are things that you probably don't know about Dr. Bagney. Let me share with you a few things that I learned about Dr. Bagney. She's a lady with vision. She's a lady with passion. She's a lady. And whatever she does it with class, and it's first class, all the way. Dr. Bagney has more degrees than there are on a thermometer. She always starts her telephone conversation with me by saying, "Hello, Mayor, I need a favor." The president obviously can't find a place to land. Dr. Bagney, this is government, and I'm an elected official. But together, we need to come up with some other language other than, "Mayor, I need a favor." You see where that got Kwame. And does anybody in this audience think that I would wear a Magnolia? I would dress the way Dr. Bagney told me to dress. I'm wearing the tie that she said go out and look for. Get over it. It was only 48 days ago that Dr. Bagney walked into the City Hall and said, "Here are my plans, look it over, and the groundbreaking ceremony is scheduled for September 27th of this year." Well, I have to tell you, Dr. Bagney, that also reminded me of the mother of the bride who rented the hall before the couple announced that they were engaged. You certainly did this in record time, and yet you allowed us to take public comment. We addressed everybody's concerns, and for those of you who think that that's impossible, it isn't. It can be done. And we did it here in Keego Harbor. We did it with the consultation of our city engineers, the fire chief, the road commission, the water sewer department, and you name it. We got everybody involved. And they all performed in record time, and for that, all of you are here, these groups. I appreciate it, and even those that aren't there, we appreciate your speediness in getting this done. We had to get so many approvals. The only approval that we didn't get, or didn't even think of getting, because we knew that Dr. Bagney had this covered, was the weather. You couldn't have asked for a better weather today, Dr. Bagney. And the speed with which this project took shape could not have been envisioned, but we are here on site and scheduled for construction next week. I started earlier to tell you about Keego Harbor. For those of you who don't know about Keego Harbor is the capital of West Bloomfield. And with due respect to Waterford, we can see Waterford in a clear day. Well, Dr. Bagney, you built a great neighborhood. You earned a great reputation. You took one step further. You are about to show us the value of a community is in how well you treat your senior citizens. Thank you, Dr. Bagney, and to your entire family, all of whom are here today, for bringing this wonderful lakeside village to Keego Harbor. The impact that Magnolia by the Lakes will have on Keego Harbor is sure to attract new investment in our city. In closing, I look forward to being with you in March when they cut the ribbon, while you open the doors to a magnificent a magnificent European-style residence for future Keego Harbor senior citizens. And on behalf of our stakeholders in our community, we certainly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Just to remember us. Thank you very much.
Brooks, I'll take yours. Thank you.
Great job.
At this time, I would like to call on Chief of Police, Chief Kenneth Hurst, Chief of Police of City of Keego Harbor, to tell us how safe the City of Keego Harbor is.
Thank you. As my city council knows, I'm not exactly politically correct, so I wrote down some things so I didn't get off track. Keego Harbor is one of those communities that are truly reflective of the American pie. We have all types of nationalities, we have all types of religions. We also have the rich, the poor, we have the young and the old, we have everything. We have houses, apartments, condos, businesses, and school, and yes, we have traffic. Keego Harbor is the gates of Thermopylae, and those of you who don't know about the gates of Thermopylae, everything has to go through the gates to get anywhere else. So we're the choke point, certainly in this area. Keego Harbor has almost everything that is incorporated in all of our major cities. Add that, two of the most beautiful lakes in the region, and that makes us complete. The one thing we don't have in Keego Harbor is major or violent crime. Of course, we have our domestic and family issues. Of course, we have simple problems like every other community. And we have our spurts of minor criminal activity. But our real strength is our community and the ability for immediate law enforcement response to any given problem. And I promise you it's 3 minutes and 20 seconds, so if you're wondering. All right, I timed it. Our geographic location makes it very favorable to control criminal activity and allow our citizens the right to live, to work, and to walk almost anywhere without the fear of violence. It also allows our businesses the ability to function without great worries associated with other cities. We make no apologies for our law enforcement challenge to those that would come to our city to do it harm or cause problems within our borders. Our motto within the police department is enjoy your life within the city or your visit to our community, but follow the rules or face the consequences. Again, the police department makes no apologies, and thank God my city council supports that. I'm a romantic and a dreamer and a lover of freedom. I am very old school, but contrary to most in my profession, I embrace change as long as it doesn't interfere with the rights of everyone to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. American law enforcement is really quite simple. Keep the peace, pursue the violators, prosecute the guilty. But it's also more than that. It's getting the community to help with being the eyes and ears to report suspicious activity and to stop the crime before it happens. It's also about making citizens feel that the police department belongs to them and we are partners. Each one of my officers are reminded that their actions are part of what we call the political circle of life. That is, citizens answer to the police for their actions. Police officers answer to the administration for their actions. The administration answers to the elected officials for their actions, and the elected officials answer to the citizens for their actions. So you see, our police officers are very aware that everything they do is part of the Keego Harbor circle of life. I know that kind of sounds like I'm quoting the movie The Lion King, but it's also very true. All things being equal, senior citizens, or those of us considered seniors by our young people, and since I'm over 60, I assure you my officers consider me senior. Don't you, Mikey? Yeah, he's shaking his head in the background. They usually support an orderly society and add to the stability of an area. So, did I also tell you that I sometimes gamble? As such, I will be willing to bet that this type of project will draw only those type of people that will assist in our law enforcement efforts and enhance our community, not cause problems that other types of developments might bring. Nobody wants to live in an area where their safety is in question. Keego Harbor is a safe little town, where the City Council is committed to their police department to ensure the safety of our citizens and the future of our community. To the future residents of this development, we want you to know that this commitment to public safety is uncompromising. And we look forward to you becoming citizens of our city our eyes and ears, and part of our circle of life. Dr. Bagney, thank you. Is it alcoholic?
No,
I'm just kidding. Oh, one other thing. The only reason I can still be the chief of police is because my wife lets me spend enormous hours here, so thank you, honey.
At this time, I would like to invite Mr. David Feldman, the head of the Roper School, to discuss the bond between generations.
Thank you, Dr. Bagney, and thank you for allowing us to be part of this vision. A little over 2 years ago, I traveled to Northern California to meet our school's founder, Anna Marie Roper. At 93 years old, Anna Marie was actively meeting with parents, talking with gifted children as part of the clinic she had developed in California, and she was engaged in doing educational research, writing articles, and writing books. A lot of hard work for a woman who was 93 years old. We sat down to talk about my new role as head of school, and after a while, I could tell that she was testing me. You know, is this new guy going to be able to handle the job that she was leaving as a legacy? After an extensive interview, after questions that range from educational process and program to psychoanalysis, this former student of Sigmund Freud told me I'd passed the test. But she concluded with one statement that stuck with me forever. She said, "David, I've just finished this book on aging. What shall I do next? What shall my next project be?" Her vitality, her intellectual curiosity, her commitment to learning were just incredibly inspiring. She was passionate about her work and dedicated to continuing and to sharing insight with young people. Her mind was sharp. In truth, I could have spent hours, days, weeks sitting by her side and basking in that mentoring relationship. A great mentor is a wonderful listener, and Anna Marie remains an inspiration to the entire Roper community. It's clear to me that that mentoring partnership our school can build with Magnolia by the Lakes is in keeping with Anna Marie's legacy. There is wisdom, knowledge, passion, and insight to share, and a chance for us to grow together as we form this partnership. You see, learning doesn't stop when you graduate from school, and a genuine community finds ways to connect and empower its members to be vital contributors to its growth and to its well-being. At Roper, we are a school that believes in the importance of mixed-age learning. Our students work across grade levels and age levels. We don't segment learning by age. We focus instead on ideas. We're a school that believes in service learning, where we are interdependent and embrace the opportunity to learn from one another. The students and teachers at the Roper School are honored and excited to work in partnership with you, Dr. Bagney. We have great admiration for how you've managed to master a variety of trades, and I should note one being an extraordinary grandmother. We are privileged to have Stefan and Kelly as Roper parents, to have Ava, Luke, and Sadie as students in our school. The Magnolia by the Lakes project truly gives us a chance to live our philosophy, to live that philosophy as we develop multi-generational mentoring programs, engage in opportunities for lifelong learning, and most of all, to live in that interdependent community that Anna Marie Roper spoke so brilliantly of. It was, after all, the great American educational philosopher John Dewey who told us that education is not a preparation for life. It is, in fact, life itself. And we at the Roper School are ready to begin on that journey with you. Thank you for the invitation, and we look forward to the partnership.
At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Jeffrey Lighthouser, the Vice President and Managing Director of Corporate Banking of Fifth Third, to say a few words about moving forward.
You know, early on in my career, when I was jotting down the keys to success, of course, the usual suspects were there: hard work, dedication. Another one was never follow a Brooksy Act, which is why I'm so far down the list of keynote speakers. I'm gratified here before you representing Fifth Third Bank because this project, Magnolia by the Lakes, is exactly what this state, this county, and this community needs. 2 years ago, Fifth Third Bank committed lending $5 billion to Michigan, both to consumer and commercial purposes. We're doing this through the MEDC Pure Michigan Connect program, and I'm happy to announce that we are on pace to exceed our $5 billion goal. Our relationship with Oakland County couldn't be more robust, with an acute focus on lending across a broad variety of industries, expanding our distribution network through bricks and mortars, building branches, and of course, community outreach programs. These community outreach programs include financial literacy for our young students. We go in there, we teach them how to balance a checkbook, we teach them the importance of a budget and living within your means. Another community outreach program that we support is the El Centro La Familia program in Pontiac. In addition, we are a sponsor of Brooksy's Way Fifth Third race this weekend. So thank you, Brooks, for your leadership with that. Projects like Magnolia by the Lakes are not only vital to our community, but very imperative to the future of Oakland County. The hallmark of Oakland County has always been the ability to assess and anticipate the next trend that will shape our society and respond proactively to create a better quality of life for our citizens. Hence, Magnolia on the Lakes. Dr. Bagney, we're very proud to be a part of this. We can't thank you enough, and I know the community feels the same, and we appreciate the relationship not only with you and with Oakland County, and cheers to the success to you and your endeavors. Thank you.
I would like at this time to invite Mr. Alex Greenfield, the Senior Congressional Liaison, to speak on behalf of the Honorable Gary Peters, United States Congress.
Thank you, Dr. Bagney, and I'm glad to be here on behalf of Congressman Peters today, who sends his regrets for not being able to be here, but has asked that I read the following letter of welcome. It is a pleasure to welcome you to the groundbreaking of Magnolia by the Lakes in the great community of Keego Harbor in Michigan's vibrant 14th Congressional District. While my work on behalf of the people of Michigan has prevented me from being here to celebrate with you today, I am pleased to see the widespread interest in this development that will enhance the life of seniors in our community. As a fifth generation and lifelong resident of Oakland County, I know we take a special pride in the joys and responsibility of family at all stages in our lives. As the son of a teacher and a union steward, my parents taught me the importance of family in one's life. Our parents care for us into adulthood, and we in turn help them as they age into retirement. This commitment has become a fundamental part of the American dream. In our country, we owe so much to the generations that came before, and it is great to see the commitment that Dr. Farida Bagney and her community partners are making to provide our seniors in the community and support them in the way that they have supported us. Magnolia by the Lakes, when complete, will offer residents a complete range of care from independent to assisted living, a wide array of services that allow them to fully pursue their interests, and access to the medical care they need to retire with dignity. The amenities include a library, several restaurants, and facilities where they will be able to spend quality time with their grandchildren. In addition to the quality of life that Magnolia of the Lakes will provide to its residents, it will also bring a significant amount of development to Keego Harbor further amplifying the family-friendly environment in this close-knit community. Again, I congratulate all of you on the groundbreaking of this great facility, and I know that Magnolia by the Lakes will be a wonderful addition to Keego Harbor and Oakland County. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite the mayor to come back to the podium.
You notice Dr. Bagney forgot to say the greatest mayor of Keego Harbor. Thank you very much. At this point, we're going to have a groundbreaking ceremony. And I would like to call upon our Commissioner of Oakland County, John Scott, to come up here. And he's going to talk. And we've moved earth for John. There's the groundbreaking ceremony right there in that box.
Guys, thanks, Sid. When he asked me to come over here, he told me I was going to be able to shovel some dirt. I didn't know what he meant by that, but it kind of gets scary when you talk to a politician that way. You know, I've represented Keego Harbor now for going on 11 years and been with the Oakland County. I represent 5 communities, but I'll tell you, Keego Harbor has been one that really and truly gets it when it comes to economic development. They could put the sign that says not only welcome to Oakland County, but welcome developers. We are ready. 48 days they got this done. They caught on to the plans of people like our Deputy County Executive Matt Gibb and Irene Spanos and Dan Hunter and Brooks's team on our one-stop ready programs. It cuts the red tape to help projects like this get going. You can't believe within the 910 square miles of Oakland County how many communities still don't get it, but these guys do, and I've been very proud to represent them for a long time. And we've heard enough speeches. I'd like to thank the doctor very much on behalf of Oakland County, even though Brooks already did it, for your development here. It's going to be beautiful, and I can't wait. I drive by here every day on my way to my day job, and we're looking forward to it. So without any further ado, it's time to do some ground turning.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, thank you. Now it's time. Okay.
And before we do the groundbreaking, I want to introduce you to a cake, a piece of cake. And following the groundbreaking ceremony, everybody is asked to help themselves to cake. And before you do, the cake cutting ceremony is going to be done by Phil Lewis. He's the Office of Services to the Aging for the state of Michigan. Phil, I saw you here earlier. Yep. You want to come up and say a few words? Thank you. And then following Mr. Lewis's speech, please join us for the groundbreaking.
All right, well, now that I'm the only thing between the cake, I will be very quick. Well, good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to be here today. My name is Phil Lewis, as mentioned. I'm the Public Affairs and Communications point person for the State Office on Aging. My director, Carrie Cedarberg, sends her congratulations, Dr. Bagney, and apologies that she cannot be here today. She's on several calls with the federal government, and when they call, you can't really ignore them. So a brief background on our office. OSA provides leadership services and support for older adults throughout the state of Michigan. We manage nearly $100 million in state and federal funds. And we oversee Michigan's Aging Network, which is a partnership between the state of Michigan, 16 area agencies on aging, and about 1,300 service providers across the state of Michigan. So in total, nearly a quarter of all adults in the state of Michigan have access to services because of this effort between Michigan's Aging Network. As mentioned before, the older adult population is growing. There are nearly 2 million residents that are 60 plus, which is a 20% increase from the last 10 years. As Mr. Pattison mentioned, by 2030, nearly 1 in 4 residents will be 60 and over. So really that is why it's critical for the state to have a variety of quality programs, servicing services and housing options available just like this. And also, you know, on behalf of our office, we're really excited to be here today to see such a great asset for Keego Harbor, Oakland County, and the state of Michigan as a whole. Really at the heart of our future planning is a commitment to reform Michigan's aging network, make it easier for older adults to access services, and get linked up with wonderful projects like this. So we're happy to partner and help spread the word. So really, I'll just cut it short because I know everyone wants to get to the cake. But so thank you once again for the opportunity to be here today, and congratulations to such a wonderful addition to your community.
This essentially concludes our formal program, and I would like to have groups of individuals, Oakland County, city, my family, architects, attorneys, etc., to come to the area where we have the sand so that we can have the true groundbreaking and we have different pictures. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming. Afterwards, please, let's have pictures and let's have cake and celebrate. Thank you.
We're here with Keego Harbor City Councilman John Fletcher. And John, we wanted to get your thoughts on this whole process and how this project's going to affect the city.
This is going to have a major effect on the city, George. As I said earlier, it's not an assisted living project, but it's an independent living project. Gives seniors the opportunity to live free, independent. We have a lot of city services available to them here. It's one of the larger projects, not only in Oakland County, but in a long time in Keego Harbor. And it's a culmination of a lot of work by a lot of people. I believe it's going to help spur development not only here in Keego Harbor, but in the greater West Bloomfield area.
And how significant would that be for the financial impact for the community?
Well, it's going to have a positive financial impact. This is in our TIFA district, so most of the revenue will go in there, but good things happen with that TIFA revenue, reinvestment in the community, the streets, the maintenance of the streets, so it is going to have a very positive impact, and not so much just from the property taxes, but the increase in traffic for our shops, our restaurants, all our different business owners in the community, I think are going to feel a tremendous financial impact.
It is a tremendous boost for the city. It is something the city needs to keep improving Keego Harbor. As Keego Harbor moves forward to let the rest of the county, state know that Keego is open for business, that it is a vibrant, prosperous, new development for our city.
And John, we heard during your speech how fast this project got done and approved. Talk us through that a little bit.
Sure, we pushed it through in about 48 days, working through the Planning Commission, City Council, through all of the developers to make it happen.
And you guys got it done quickly.
We sure did. That's
almost record time.
Yes, very much so a record time, and that's what we're grateful for.
Now, we're going to give you some insight, hopefully, on how the Planning Commission works as opposed to the other areas of government to get projects like this done. I'm speaking with
Tom Berman. I'm on the Planning Commission. I'm actually also on the Board of Review here in Keego Harbor, and I'm running for City Council. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be here today and answer some questions. I think your question is, how does the Planning Commission work to help approve a project like this as opposed to what council does? Is that right?
Yes, in particular, yeah.
Yeah, so in short, to keep it sweet, the Planning Commission is really the first line of defense. We're the ones who take a look at the site plan review, we take a look at the PUD, we ask the tough questions and we get through the details, and then if we have the answers, to the questions that we've asked, and we believe that everything looks appropriate, we will recommend approval to council, and then it's in council's hands to make that final approval.
You guys worked in unison with everybody that you had to work with to get this done in record time. Talk about how that all came about.
Well, I think most importantly was the scope of the project, how exciting it is for our community. We believe it could be the catalyst to future positive impact, both economically to our city, the surrounding region, along with just introducing folks that may not be familiar with Keego Harbor, to all the qualities and assets that our small city has. So it was important for us, based on the scope, to really do whatever we could, no matter how long it took to get this pushed through, because we're excited for the project and we really appreciate Dr. Bagney's vision and her intent to invest in our community.
Okay, we are here with the Honorable Mayor of Keego Harbor, Sid Rubin. And Sid, you were an integral part in this. And give us your thoughts and feelings on how this whole process came about and what it means to the city.
Well, I can tell you how it came about first. Dr. Bagney approached me about a year ago, and she had this vision, but she wanted to keep it under wraps. And she also told me that it would have to go on a fast track, and I would have to try to commit to her that we could get it done on a fast track process. I think it's evident that we did. We did it all in 48 days. And that 48 days started from the first time she came to the city and said, here are my plans, review it. And the groundbreaking ceremony is September 27th. It's a huge project for us. It means a tremendous amount. It enables this city to strengthen its balance sheet. It enables this city to do things that we would not ordinarily have the funds to do it with. So we're very grateful that Dr. Bagney selected Keego Harbor to launch her program, Her Dream.
Do you think this facility would be sort of the blueprint for other facilities around not only Oakland County, but maybe the country?
Well, I hope so, because we're a very intricate part of Oakland County. And what works here can work anywhere in Oakland County.
Okay, we are here with Oakland County Commissioner John Scott. This is your area, John, and talk to us about how this affects not only the area, but the county as a whole.
The way this project affects the county so much is the way they got it done, using our One Stop Ready program that the county offers to all our communities, where they come in and it enables them to cut the red tape to get the projects done. Instead of going to all the different meetings and having people hold it up, the one-stop shop that we have at Oakland County, and what we teach our local communities to do, is to cut through that red tape. Don't jerk the people around. You want them to come and put your business there. Why make it difficult? And Keego Harbor gets it. I've represented them now for going on 11 years, and they've come to us at the county, and we've put them in touch with the right people. And I'm just so proud of the city because of all the things they do here. And this will impact Oakland County because, hey, it adds to our tax base. Plus, it also provides, I think, an exceptional independent living facility for people to come and stay. They're going to be here. You're going to see both lakes. You're going to be, and hey, this gray hair's there. I could be needing it one day. So that's how it's going to be a good thing.
Much was made during the ceremonies here about how quickly you guys got it done. Would that be maybe a blueprint for how other communities in the county could do that?
It is what we try to teach all the communities. I live in Waterford right now, and we're trying to get them up on the One Stop Ready program. They're working on it, but old habits die hard. And fortunately, because Keego also, don't forget, it's a very small community, it's much easier to do it, and everybody knows everybody, and you don't have the bureaucracies to deal with and the fiefdoms or whatever you want to call it. They just all get together, they say, somebody wants to spend a lot of money here and they want to put a development up. how are we going to do it, and what do we got to do to get it done in that short period of time. And I know they've met with the county people to find out what it takes to get it done. That also gave them entree into, like they mentioned, the road commission, the drains, and everything else. Those are county functions, and they got through it quick, 48 days. I'm proud of them.
Record time, you guys got it done. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you so much, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. We are here with one of the integral parts, if not the key component of getting this project together. That's Oakland County Executive L. Brooks Patterson. And L. Brooks Patterson, so glad to see you out here for one, and thank you for coming in. Tell us about how this all came about.
Well, this is the vision of Dr. Bagney, and so the credit goes to her. We're in a position to lend some support, and we're always glad to do that. We work very closely with Sid Rubin, the mayor, the council, on past projects, on some financing deals, and so. But this is a town that's aggressive about its economic development opportunities, and we're going to be a good partner with them. But this is clearly the vision of the founder and CEO, Dr. Bagney, and she took us through what it's going to be like, and it's going to be based on a small kind of a village in Europe, and I think it's going to be a real hit with the public when they first see it. I can't wait for see it done in March. I guess we're going to have the ribbon cutting.
We are here with the catalyst for Magnolia by the Lake, and that's Dr. Bagney, and everybody is speaking so highly of how you put this all together and got everything going. Talk us through that process of how everything came about.
Well, I used to own a number of cancer centers, and after I sold them to a publicly traded company, I decided that I still wanted to be involved in the senior citizens' lives. And I looked at many different locations, and I picked Keego Harbor because of the two beautiful Sylvan and Cass Lake. And at that time, this was about 6 years ago, there was no large piece of property on the lake, so I started accumulating land, and it took me 6 years to accumulate the land. And finally, when I had the appropriate number of acres to build the Magnolia, both the independent elder and the assisted living, that's when I decided to go ahead and proceed with it. The mayor and the council knew about this project for over a year, but I wasn't ready to submit the documents to them at the time.
What would make this project in the eyes of those watching this go up? What makes this so special to the community and to the county?
We have a lot of people after retiring, they leave and go to warm weather states such as Florida, Arizona. And what we have done by building this village, which is set up such that they don't have to go outside to enjoy walking, going to shopping, and going to restaurants, etc. By doing that, we can bring and advertise in Florida and Arizona to bring Michiganders back to Michigan.
Well, we look forward to seeing you here back in March of next year for the ribbon cutting.
We are hoping that the independent and assisted living will be getting started, the construction, but the assisted living and elder living will be completed in March of this coming year, and the independent living will be completed the March of following year.
Very good. Thank you, Dr. Beck.
My pleasure.